Hello, and welcome to Lost of a Loved One. I'm your host, Tamika.
And I'm your co-host, Erica.
If you go back and listen to our first episode, Erica and I tell about how we met one another and why we decided to do this podcast. Today, we're going to talk about Erica's son, Jalen. Him and my son, Miko, share a common date, October the 1st, and Erica's going to tell us about her loss of Jalen.
Whew. The initial call was the call. I got out the shower. I was in the shower, and then I got out the shower and noticed my phone had like 10 missed calls from one person.
That's scary within itself.
So I'm like, why is she calling me like this? And she lived down the block in the same complex from me, and she had keys to my place. So I called her back, and she's quiet on the phone. There's been an accident, something. What? What are you talking about? Like, now I'm flustered. I'm like, and she's not saying nothing. Oh, it's been an accident. Jalen is hurt. He's not responding.
Yeah, that call. Oh, I know them kind of calls also.
Whew, I was like, what did you just say? I said, you got to repeat yourself, because I knew I wasn't hearing correctly.
Right.
She's like, wait, and she was quiet, and I'm like, I don't really want to say the person's name, but I was like, can you, what's going on? Like, what's going on? Say something, tell me something. Mm-hmm. Oh, they're working on him. What is going on? Where are you guys? Tell me, talk to me.
Right, it seems like everybody get dumbfounded.
Yeah.
Like, what is going on? Stop just sitting there.
Then when she's like, okay, he got a pulse. Jalen got a pulse. So I was like, well, where are you going? They're taking him to Grady. I was like, okay, I'll meet you there. So now I'm flustered. I'm calling my daughter. No, my son got dressed. He called his friend, and his friend took us to the hospital. So I get to the hospital now thinking I'm going straight in to see my son. I get bombarded by a detective.
Oh, man.
So the detective, I was like, I need to see my son. So the detective said, well, I have to question you first.
Question you for what?
Before you go see your son. I'm like, question me? Like, okay. That was my same response. So he was talking to me, and he was telling me, oh, there's been an accident, and Jalen was driving, and I'm like, what?
Oh, man.
So,
did he have his own car at that time, or?
No, it was a rental. I had rented him a car because he was going to be doing DoorDash and, he was working at Dollar Tree, and he was going to be doing DoorDash until he go back to school, because he was actually on spring break? No, winter break. Because it was right after Christmas. 2020 was the last Christmas I spent with my son.
Oh, man. What was his actual death date?
To me, it was October 14th, but legally it's October 16th.
Okay.
Yeah.
So was he like on life support or
No,
something?
what happened, well, let me go back. After the detective questioned me and finished talking to me, then the nurse came out, and the nurse took me back. When the nurse took me back, I just dropped. I just started screaming because I just saw my son laying there with tubes, and I just started screaming, and I think he heard my voice, and he coded.
Oh, man.
So everybody rushed in, and then they pulled me back out, and I was like, no, and they went to revive him, and the doctor was getting recalled. I was like, no, you cannot give up on my son. No, you have to go. And then it was a white nurse that was doing it. Then this black nurse pushed her out the way, and the black nurse brought him back.
Oh, man. Were they doing like CPR?
No, they was just doing the chest compressions.
Okay.
Because he was
So
intubated.
no breath,
No
but-
breath,
okay.
because he was intubated.
Okay.
So right then and there, I just dropped. I don't know how I didn't bust my head, but the doctor caught me. And she said, the Jalen that you once loved and knew is gone.
Oh, man.
So I was like, I just want my son. Selfish, the selfishness in me was like, I just want my son. Like, I want my son. I don't care, whatever, I just want my son. Just save my son. I want my son. So the doctor's like, we're going to do the best that we could do. I was like, okay. So we was down there, then they brought in another doctor, and the doctor told he had to drain fluid off of his brain. So they had to put this tube in his brain so the fluid could start draining, because his brain, the fluid started,
It starts swelling his brains.
Yeah.
So what actually happened that got
Well,
him there?
I can only say certain things, but it was a car accident, because it's actually a legal case going on.
Okay.
So it was a car accident, and the driver was speeding, and he hit something or the other, and the car flipped. He lost control. Car flipped, and instead of him letting the car do its own thing, he decided to turn the wheel,
Okay.
and that did the ripple effect, and the car rolled about 3-4 times, I think, and it hit a tree.
Oh, man.
So that did the ripple effect. So basically, my son was alive when all this was going on.
So I know you said that the detective was saying that Jalen was driving and something of that nature.
So, yeah. Then after, I get to find out the person that was driving came and actually had the nerve to tell me they was driving, but in the midst of everything, my brain is not processing what he's telling me.
Right.
My mind and my brain is on my son.
Right.
So eventually we go back in, and eventually we was there for a while. They got him upstairs in a bed for him in ICU. And they had him on end of life, so they were actually allowing everyone to come and visit him.
Okay.
Miraculously, his vitals got better. So they took the end of life off of him. So you couldn't stay, because his vitals it was improving.
So were they thinking like that it was going to get better?
I think they thought it was.
Do you think that caused more pain with the hopes or thinking that it was getting better to only find out that wasn't the case?
Yeah, that kind of threw me for a loop, because when we left that night, later that, in the middle of the night, I couldn't sleep. So I got up and I went in his bed, in his room, to see, just missing him, seeing if I would be able to go to sleep.
Okay.
But I couldn't go to sleep. So I ended up, I think, closing my eyes for a little bit. Then the phone rang. It was about 1:45. I'll never forget. And they told me that he was unstable, and they had to put him in an induced coma.
Oh, man.
So I'm like, okay. So I was like, okay, I'll be there in the morning. So we got up and we went there. So in Georgia now, when they suspect brain damage, they have to perform a brain functionality test.
Yes, I'm familiar with that.
So they asked me, did I want to be there? And I was like, of course. I was there. It was myself and my daughter Keisha. So back to before he went upstairs, we saw tears. Myself and my son Dylan. We were together, and we saw tears roll down his eyes.
Oh,
down the side of his face.
Okay.
So I didn't know then that he was hearing me, but after everything, my cousin, that's a nurse, explained to me that he heard me.
Yes, you know, they say the last thing.
Yeah, I didn't know that until she told. So he heard me. He heard his brother. He lived for his sister to get here, because my daughter got here on the 15th. He coded that we left the hospital. We coded. And when we got back that morning, she noticed it, but I think I noticed it, but I didn't pay it any attention. His eyes was just glassy.
Okay. So you can actually see the inside of his eye.
Yeah, his eyes was because like before she saw a tear as well. So he did 3 tears. A tear for me, and teared for Dylan, and teared for Keisha.
It's so weird how different things happen. Like, I was telling you about our doorbell incident with the lost of D'Amico and the door code going off. Mm-hmm. One time my fire alarms went off in the house, and I'm like, okay, D'Amico, that is enough.
Oh, yeah.
Because nobody was there. Nothing was burning. My oldest son was upstairs sleeping, and we were about to go out of town. The fire alarms just start going off in the house.
That's crazy.
And after we left and had been gone maybe about an hour, my oldest son called and said they stopped going off. So it's so many.
Yeah, it's just crazy, and it's like so many different like I struggle with waking up in the mornings. Like, it's a real struggle, because you know what? He was actually my alarm clock, because that boy was a early bird. Oh, I was like, you your father's child, because God bless his dad. His father was an early bird too. I was like, you got that part you definitely didn't get from me.
Yeah.
Because I already struggled, but it's worse now. I have good moments where I get up and I'm okay. But then there's some times where it's like, okay, God, I need you. I got to get up. I got to go. The bills is not going to pay itself. I got to go, And Jalen had sent a message, you said that Miko wouldn't want you to be, he wants you to be strong and stuff. I guess my kids grew up seeing me being strong all the time with a lot of different things I went through in my life.
I know that story.
So Jalen had sent a message to me telling me that I don't have to be strong.
That's right. You feel how you feel in that moment, and that's all you can do.
Yeah, he said I did not have to be strong. And one thing he did say to me, and I wasn't giving him the opportunity to take accountability. That's what he said with the message he sent. Let him take accountability for his actions. Yeah. What that meant, because he knew I told him not to let the boy drive the car.
Oh, gotcha. And it's strange how they come back to you with different things that they want you to know. I had called and spoke to someone because I'm not sure. I had to do counseling. I'm not sure. Did you do counseling?
No, I didn't do it yet. I plan on starting.
I had to do counseling after the situation happened with D'Amico, because one day I found myself in the house. Like I told you, I couldn't sleep in my room, so I would sleep on the couch, and sometime I would take his urn and put it on the couch with me and lay there with him like he was physically there. Mm-hmm. And one day I was just so upset, and I was like, I don't want to be here no more. Like, I don't want to live anymore. Mm-hmm. I'm ready to go be with my child. And, you try to be strong for your other children, because, of course, you love them just as much. But that pain is so bad until you're trying to find a way away from it. And I took and found myself trying to go find me some help, because I felt like I needed it. And I was in my car just screaming and crying, because I had went into a couple of places, and they were like, we can't take anybody else today, or, you know, the regular places like $350 for an hour and stuff like that. So the less costly places or the free places
Right.
were all crowded.
It was all crowded.
And I just found myself in a car just screaming and crying. And
Oh, yeah.
a man called me from Victims of a Crime. And he just talked to me because he had lost his child. And he was a volunteer. And he just called me and he just talked to me. And I just found myself driving home. I feel like, did you feel like you had a lot of out-of-body experiences afterwards?
Yeah. I used to, for a minute, I don't even know how I used to function driving, because the minute I started seeing somebody speeding, I would be boo-hooing.
Yes, I can understand.
I would be boo-hooing, and I used to call my best friend Denise, and she'd be like, Erica, pull over. Yes. Or sometimes I would call Lisa, or I'd call Gayette, and I'd be like, they'd be like, pull over. I'm like, no, I gotta go. They'd be like, pull over.
I'm telling you.
And I couldn't see, I would just be boo-hooing. I'm like, these people is crazy. Like, why do you gotta speed? Where you gotta go?
It's the craziest things that'll trigger you. Like, I would see some of his friends and they'll be about his complexion, about his body frame, about his height. And it's like I'll freeze and I'll just be staring at him for a second. I have to like snap out of it like it's not him. And then my youngest son, he was coming up out of my basement one day and I seen him at the stairs. And he opened that door, and it's like I saw a ghost. Like, I couldn't stop staring at him because they favor each other. And it's like I saw Miko's face, but it was DeMarco.
Piece of time I used to be calling Dylan Jalen. He'd be like, Mommy, I'm Jalen. I'm like, oh, I'm so sorry. Because I used to do it so often with them. I was like, I used to be like, y'all know who I'm talking to.
Right.
just you know.
Just come here.
You know? And even now, like, even before I lived by myself, like, it was like, after losing him, it was like this pain. I felt like there was this knot in my stomach that would not go away. When it was just there. And you know, when it actually really went away, was it this year?
Oh, man.
I think it was this year, April. It was April I went to New York, right? I went to church, my church. And my pastor, they always say, if you need some blessings, come up. And she helped, and the tears just came. And she knew.
Because she knew. Need to do that.
And she held me, and she held my stomach. And she said, Erica, let it go. I screamed. I don't know how. That's the first time I screamed and never got hoarse. I screamed on the floor. I was with Elder Gretchen. I always tell Elder Gretchen, I don't know how you held me.
Yeah, sometimes
this lady
you have to release
held
that.
me down, and she was holding me, and I was just, and that knot went away, and my pastor said to me, you needed that.
Yeah.
You needed that.
Sometimes you gotta just go ahead and release it and let it go. When you hold on to that stuff, it can drive you into insanity or to your deathbed. I know that when I had spoke with someone about D'Amico's situation, and she had a gift, and she told me, he said he did that for his brother, and if he had it to do over again, he would do it again.
Because that's the type of person he is. Because, like, I found out things about Jalen that I didn't know. Jalen was saving people's lives.
Oh, man.
And Jalen was 18 when he died. 18.
And what year did he die in?
2021. He just turned 18 in 2020.
Okay.
He only lived 16 days into the new year. Okay. So, like, from my birthday to January, the new year, it's like I be lost.
Yeah, same for me, because it's like that October the 1st date Mine's actually started in September, my birthday, and then
Yeah, both our
October
and that's
date,
another thing. Both our birthdays
and then
is in the same month.
same month.
Our birthdays is 12 days apart. She's the 12th. I'm the 24th.
And then their death date on October the 1st and the
And
birth
if you
date
see
on
that
October
picture,
the 1st.
that was the scariest part. I was like, you sure that's your baby? Who's your baby daddy? I was like, who's your baby daddy? Because it's amazing that we're from totally two different worlds, two different cultures, and our kid, like, they
Yes.
favor. Like, who's your baby? You sure that's your baby? What's your baby daddy name? You know, because I've never met anybody that really favored him and that we have so much in common.
Right. A lot.
It's like
a lot
lives were meant
to
coincide
with one another.
Yeah. Even though it's because of the loss of our child. It's crazy. It's really
And
crazy.
this is something that I think we are meant to do for so many other mothers who are having a hard time coping, are thinking the things that they're doing is crazy.
Oh, you're not crazy.
Right, not at all. We ask that you guys continue to log in and watch our episodes every Wednesday at 8:00 p.m. We ask that you guys like and subscribe us on all social media, Lost of a Loved One. We are here to listen to your stories. Our first season is about the loss of our children. However, we are planning to have other seasons with loss of parents, siblings, spouses. So
just anyone, because a lost is a lost.
That's right.
Like
they're all different.
They're all different lost. I think like Jalen came along when I lost my mom. So like I didn't mourn my mom. I was pregnant with Jalen when I lost my mom. So I didn't mourn my mom for a year. To the following year after I had, then I really mourned my mother. But Jalen was there to help a lot.
Right, because you had things to do.
Yeah, he was a baby.
You had a baby. Mm-hmm.
So that helped a lot when my mom died. I had something to focus on that really took my attention.
And that's another reason for doing these type of shows as well, is to keep our children, our loved one names alive.
Yes, it's very important.
They live through us, and we have to keep their names alive. So, like I said before, no matter what the reason is, no matter what happened, be proud of your loved one, share their story, and keep their name alive. And we hope you guys tune in to our next episode, A Loss of a Loved One. Thank you.
Thank you.